What is up, everybody? Welcome to Sandlot Gaming Dungeons and Dragons Tomb of Annihilation module, episode 53. We have, spoiler alert, anybody who cares at all, which probably is nobody. We have killed the Lich. We've killed the Lich. We've killed everything about the Lich. He is gone. We have killed the Soulmonger. We have defeated the Tomb of Annihilation. And this is kind of our wrap-up session. So this is something we apparently should not have been able to do based on how this module goes. And our DM was very surprised we did it. But, classic mistake of a Lich making his last stand next to a pit of lava. Anyway, this session is mostly going to be wrap-up. We're going to figure out what we're doing. If we remember last time, our heroes made deals with their trickster god passengers that they had to remain in the tomb forever if they wanted the power to defeat the Lich, which they all decided to do. On the other side of it, we freed our former selves, who were prisoners in here, our characters that had died previously, before we played these current characters. And so those guys, we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do with them. So anyway, let's jump into the channel and kind of wrap this module up. Hopefully this will be the last session, and we can put a bow on it.
Stuff tonight.
Sure.
If I might ask, if we were to story point the remainder of this evening with a cap of 21, so that I might judge what kind of alcohol I'm drinking, based on a regular session, 21 being the cap for total time.
By difficulty?
No. Yeah, by like maybe time.
I think that we will use most of the normal time.
Okay. Do you see this being the last session for this campaign?
I do.
Okay, then I'm going to go get something special. I'll be back in a minute.
Do it, man.
Hey,
Let's celebrate.
Celebratory! It's been what a long, strange trip.
Troy, I reconnected and I lost you, man.
Ah! Right,
I got everybody but Andrew. Oh, no, I just lost Troy.
Well, yeah, because I'm doing the reconnect dance now. Yeah, there we go.
Troy.
Right, I've got everybody but Andrew. So
Don't have Andrew. Maybe he's not sharing yet. Yeah, so what do we do now, I guess? I guess we go back to Phandalin and check on, what's his name?
Well, you first got to figure out if you can get out.
Well, there's that. Sure. Yeah.
I do have a lot of faith that there's a secret stairway behind that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's seen
all dungeons
National
have
Treasure,
a secret
right?
back door that you can never discover until you're done with the entire thing.
Yeah, National Treasure at the end of the treasure room. There's that
That's
stairway
every
that takes
dungeon
you
that's
right
ever
out
been
to
invented.
some maintenance closet in the subway. There.
Can you imagine? I'm almost certain we would have heard about it from a pop culture standpoint if this was the one dungeon in the history of dungeons ever that didn't have a relatively efficient way out. Where you'd be like, then you have to go back. If you broke something, well, you're fucked. You can't go back outside.
Part of me thinks that river that on our first level when we came in, when you could look through the grate and there was that river that was flowing.
Yeah.
Part of me thinks we could take that out if we need to.
I don't want to go into any more liquid situations. Never. If we could possibly avoid it, that would be better.
All right. Hey guys, I got videos.
There, we got everybody. All right.
I'm not broadcasting from the passenger seat of my vehicle today.
I don't see Andrew. Hold on, So you guys can see Andrew?
Yeah, he's on.
I can't see you, Troy. So
Yeah, hold on.
Shame
Let me
Nick's
try
not
it.
here. For those of you watching at home, I made the bed.
Troy, I just saw you
Looks good,
refresh, but I'm not seeing you pop in. Oh, there you are. You're there. Yay!
I've got everybody but Hiller, so hold on.
I have everyone.
Oh, just don't touch anything. He'll snap in a second. He normally takes a minute to snap in for some reason. All right. So Nick's not here, so this is good because he gets upset. This is Anastasia's Chocolate Fantasy. Star Hill. That's a good one too.
Why does he get upset about that?
He doesn't like when we talk beer at the beginning.
What's the chocolate fantasy? What kind of beer you got there? Is that like a...
It's a bourbon barrel chocolate stout.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
It sounds like about a 9.3%er right there.
How much?
9.3-ish?
Let's find out.
Let's find out. Well, when he drinks the whole thing, he'll check.
Beer always tastes better out of a
where I
glass.
drank a full liter of something absurd and the next morning regretted it.
A liter of cola.
Yeah, a liter of cola.
While
let's
he's
find out.
looking,
It's an imperial stout.
I'm
so
drinking
that's
a Star Hill Deep Fuzz Double IPA.
good. That sounds pretty nice.
8%.
I got the old standby.
There you go. I had to go to the brewery itself and get it.
9.5%.
Oh, Merrill. 10.52%.
Good lord! Call the paramedics.
It's an unnecessary. Usually, you don't have to go into the .01 category.
No, you don't have to go with tenths usually.
Buckle
That's
up, Andrew.
But
It's like a weak wine. What's so crazy about that?
10.5% is not a weak wine.
Yeah, wines are like 13.
Wines are like 12, 13.
Yeah, 12 to 14 is a pretty standard wine. Although I've been seeing a lot of these like champagne knockoffs that are clocking in at like 6, which is terrible.
Bullshit.
But it's much more drinkable to I think, to a lot of beer drinkers. You can just,
Right.
wine's kind of a sipping thing. Well,
Ooh, this smells lovely.
when you do it right.
All right, so up next on beer.
Let me smell it. Let me smell
Unless
it.
you're drinking it out of the box.
Hold it up to the mic. Oh yeah.
Given that we're 18 minutes in, would we like to proceed? Yeah, to make sure that we finish.
Well, we're only about 7 minutes into the recording, so
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, same
this
question.
is quality content.
Same. Okay. Hashtag content for our one viewer that rarely shows
I
up.
lost Troy.
Yeah, I know. I'm slowly clicking reconnect, trying to get back. Who would like to do the recap?
I would nominate Andrew since he was basically the MVP.
Got everybody.
MVP.
Yay! Okay, so actually, Hillers did a fantastic recap this week in front of Nick and Anthony. But I'll try to simulate that if I'm recapping.
Do your best Hitler's impression.
I would not insult myself with trying to do such a thing. with trying to sound so majestic.
Sure. That's what
Okay,
everyone says.
so we vanquished the evil large baby thing. We freed some unknown characters, which ended up being characters from early on in the campaign. Azararak shows up, and he's none too pleased. He has an orb. He starts attacking us. We take some pretty decent damage. Nobody dies. There were 2 large boars and a bear summoned. There was a lot of lava and a lot of jumping some gaps. And then ultimately he Terminator 2 thumbs up us on his way into the lava.
That sounds about right.
That
Yeah,
sounds
that
about accurate.
pretty much sums it up. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and so you guys, so we kind of resume just as his body kind of disintegrates into to ash and molten muck and falls down through the lava, no longer visible. You can still see the staff sitting there. You can still see. I think one of you has the amulet that was knocked off of
Jason
him.
does. Jason
The
has.
sphere of annihilation is still just floating, not moving. And that's where we'll resume. What do?
Which shall we get the staff?
Yeah, yeah. I think we
Does
should
anybody
try to
have a
get
good
that.
way to get it? I can mage hand. I can try to mage hand it.
I have no way to
I
get
have
to it.
bring up a couple characters.
I'm not lava resistant.
So can I try to mage hand the staff, Troy?
Yes, you'd have to get. You wouldn't be able to do it from where you are though, because
Where-
it's 30 feet down.
Oh, so whereabouts is it?
You'd have to be directly over it if it was 30 foot down, because isn't that the range of the mage?
Yeah, which is basically, I think, like if you were right next to Ketchum, that would probably do it for
Yeah,
you.
I can't get there.
I can help you make this jump.
How would you do that?
Oh, you actually have like half movement speed though.
Well, jumping is strength, and I don't have a lot of that. You know, I don't even lift, bro.
Can someone throw you? Can Squawk, like, huck you over?
Do we have another way to get that? Anybody?
I do not.
Which character are you trying to move? Recto or
Gaxif. Recto can. Oh, is Recto still flying?
That is, I don't see why he wouldn't be.
It's a minute. It's a minute long.
Well, I would say that he's yes, because like the combat's over now, but that was way less than 10 turns, so he probably has at least a few seconds left.
All right, can Recto fly down and grab it and fly it back up?
Sure. Okay, so he goes down, yoink, and where does he go after that?
Just up towards Gaxif and Jingle, we'll say.
All right. So I'll say shortly after you land, Recto, the enchantment fades and you're no longer flying.
Right.
But you are holding that staff. It is called the Staff of the Forgotten One.
Pretty boss. Has its own name. Ooh, skull with a mohawk.
wow.
So it does require attunement.
Can I? So we don't know what it does until we attune, I take it?
Correct.
Or until someone identifies.
I would like to use my divine sense.
Okay.
So, celestial fiends and undeads within 60 feet.
Okay.
Just to sort of check the board.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Dot the I's, cross the T's.
Jason's not looking so hot, so I want to make sure we're taking care of.
And so this is Ketchum doing this, right?
Correct.
You sense a heavy undead presence to your northwest and northeast.
Oh my god.
Maybe in the urns.
They gotta be in the urns because it's within 60 feet.
Oh, could be, yeah, those alcoves, too. Oh, 60 feet. Okay. Yeah.
60 wouldn't be. It'd be in here, yeah.
It's gotta be on the... Yeah, it's gotta be...
Careful with the urns, folks.
Well,
Hey,
now I hucked at least 2 of them into the lava during the various combats.
What happened? I forget what happened when they went in the lava.
They're floating. They floated.
float.
They're floating on the lava. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they appear to be undamaged.
Is pretty good for pottery.
Solid pottery. They really fired those things.
They don't make them
Some say
like
it's the
that
best.
anymore.
All right, I'd like to
Wait, hold on,
identify...
real quick.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead,
I
Ted.
have. I just wanted to say here. I have a. What is it? I have something that basically lets me know whether something bad's in the area here. Hang on, where is it? I gotta find it. Sorry for interrupting.
While he's looking, can I start identifying the staff as Gaxif?
So you're doing that as a ritual?
Yeah.
11 minutes
okay.
later,
So you begin that ritual. Does anybody want to do anything while that's happening?
start my long rest.
Okay. So you're gonna. So it's late in the afternoon, right? It's like you
Dude,
guys could.
we're
Are
busted.
you guys gonna camp? Are you gonna like set up and like sleep here?
On the balcony, if I have to.
Okay.
if I have to. I don't want to go into the next room.
My character is not going to sleep in the lava boss undead infested room.
So Ted, that danger sense, the only thing it mechanically does is what it says in that second paragraph.
Okay, that's fine.
It's like Spidey sense.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
It is not activating right now. There's not a thing actively attacking you.
Can anybody do anything for poor Jason over here? He's about as near death as it's possible to be. Actually,
Recto can.
Yeah, I can. There, you get 70 healing.
holy shit!
Oh,
More than enough.
big gun.
God
So
damn, that's
if-
like an 8th level spell.
Wow. Since
That's a
he's
6th
feeling
level
so vigorous, Jason would like to make the leap across to the other balcony, and then down the planks and finish getting the rest of his stuff, including his armor, out
Hey,
of the
what's that thing next to you, though?
out of the chest.
What's this business over here? Is this more slime on the floor or something?
That's whatever's leaking out the door from the next room over.
That is yeah. So I can tell you guys what that is. So you see to that southern end of the room an ornate archway looming across from the balcony. Grinning skulls are molded into its frame, and glowing mists swirl within.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
So probably not the way out. Well, maybe a way out.
So, other
Catherine,
than other than his armor, does Jason find anything of note in the chests up there?
He finds basically the weapons and armor and treasure that belong to all of his party.
He recklessly discards most of that on the ground, so that they should be able to see it as they walk in.
That 8 goes to Recto. That is from Roland.
Thanks, man.
And how about that? Is this like a table next to the cages, or is that another chest?
It is a table.
Okay.
I heard there were some scraps of orange, yellowy rubber discarded. I would like to have Zigmundo pick those up.
Right.
Reverently.
So as Zigmundo goes back into the room to search for those scraps of rubber, he can't find any of them.
Oh no! Oh no! It's gone back from whence it came.
Mr. Squeaks, no!
No.
Dr. Squeaks, are you here?
Oh, I didn't know he had a PhD. My bad.
Professor Big. He didn't go to 4 years of medical
Doctor
college.
of Humane Letters.
But then as Zigmundo is searching around one of them, he finds a small coin purse that he believes belonged to him. He recognizes the pattern of the cloth as he picks it up. Squeak!
So I look around. He looks around for it, shocked and can't believe his ears. And does he? I open up the coin purse.
Completely intact, Dr. Squeaks.
No!
PhD.
Is it glowing? Is the inside glowing? Remember, it was supposed to glow when we were near
No,
hell things.
he exploded though. No, it was. He had the cube, but that was at some point prior.
Right.
And the cube's
I-
gone.
Yeah,
right?
he no longer has the cube inside.
Oh no! I thought the cube was indestructible too. Oh dear.
Well, they probably took the cube or something, right?
You don't
Because
know.
that was something Azararic wanted, was like all the cubes and shit.
It would no longer be possible for this cube to be inside of Dr. Squeaks because it got exploded into. So there was no inside to it.
Is there any mementos from Orvex in the pile? If so, Jason would like one.
Orvex.
Oh yeah.
You can go grab a pile of mush from the floor about 2
Jason will
stories
then
up.
go ask the current party if they had any news of Orvex.
You do not. So really, the only thing you recall Orvex carrying, he had his robes, of course, and his shackles, and you don't see either.
Okay.
The last you saw, they were on the room, the floor of the Scarab room.
Got it.
Recto would like to look through and see if he can find his Harper symbol.
Yeah, you guys are, after a short search, able to find everything that you previously had with you.
Steve's light crossbow.
If Jason had that, then yes.
He did. He did have it.
Okay.
Moving back south Ted would like to start poking the urns, seeing if
Okay.
anything over here stands out as being, I don't know, special in some capacity outside of others.
Yeah, I mean, you poke them and they feel like clay, and they move. They're not ridiculously so. Nothing. You look at them; they have runes etched into them, but not, and they're definitely they come in different shapes and sizes, but no individual urn looks particularly unique.
Is there any urn made of wood that would be, let's say, attractive to an adventurer wearing a hat, wielding a whip?
No, they're all made out of clay.
Okay, so no wooden holy grail in the lava room. Check.
So I would say we're probably about 10 minutes in. So Gax, if you finish up the identification. So just a minute here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this to you in Discord.
Alrighty.
We only have like two people maybe that can attune to that. One. Zig would be it. Oh, Zig or Gaxa.
Oh
Only one of
my
us is
god.
It posted to you?
Oh
there's a
my
handout now.
god. Sorry, I just read the first two lines. Hang on.
Where,
So it's something you're just gonna go sell?
where's
No,
the
he's not
handout?
making it out of this tomb. Only Zigmundo is, and Ted.
I'm gonna need a minute, guys. You guys go ahead and do what you're doing. This is like a fucking book.
Well, what does it say?
I don't know if I want to tell you yet. Hang on.
So Troy,
Yes.
the rapier that Jason has, it was special. It had some kind of special property. Because remember, he made it in the village, and it got like an extra thing that it could do. It had a handout for it, but it didn't make it over into the current character sheet, and I didn't remember what it was. Do you?
I don't recall either. We can.
It was
we can
fairly
put that up
marginal.
another
It
time.
wasn't even like a +1. It was like if it got a crit or something happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my god. This staff is the perfect metaphor for this campaign.
Well,
All right.
would you care to explain?
So
since
I'm gonna
Jackson
paste you
will
guys
never
the first
leave?
part of this here. Hang on.
Jesus.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's when I was freaking out.
Wow.
Huh.
Man, that's ludicrous. I imagine this is a legendary item that you're really not supposed to get.
It's an artifact item.
Now for the
Oh,
second.
it's somehow above legendary.
Yes.
Now for the second part.
There's more. Jeez. Whoa. I wonder why he didn't do that in the end. That might have been a smart play for old ass Rarick. I didn't kick him 30 feet into the lava.
24d10.
Oh, actually, you said it was 30 foot down, so it might have just missed me.
So I just went ahead and updated the item so that you can now read all.
Wow.
Dude, that's bonkers.
That's totally insane. Yeah.
Probably not something you want to just leave around on the floor where somebody could step on it and break it.
It's also apparently immune to lava. Extra bonus feature.
Well, you be careful with that, and I'll be staying way the fuck away from you.
Casting the staff into a sphere of annihilation destroys both the staff and the life force trapped within it. Oh, so the two items are...
Yeah, we've got those. Also, I can basically create those at will. So,
You can.
there's that.
Yeah,
Well, you're not
yeah,
currently attuned to it. All you've done is identify it.
Yeah, it's
So-
potentially obscenely overpowered.
The only way that thing... So the way that I read this, Troy, and just more of a clarification question. The only way that I am taken over, or whoever, the user of the staff is taken over and mind controlled by the staff, is if it uses one of the invoke curse charges.
That's right.
Okay. So if nobody else wants it, I'd like to attune to this staff.
Well, if you're going to stay here forever and somebody else isn't, then it might be better for them to act.
Yeah, raise your hand if you're staying in this dungeon forever.
Well, I guess all of us would raise our hand. right?
Half a hand.
Not Andrew, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Except for those of us
Sigmundo
who
is
had
free to roam the world. Jason, now that he has his stuff, would like to head down to where Gaxif is, and since it looks like he has some knowledge of the arcane, ask if he could identify the talisman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but before that happens, I want to clarify who's going to use the staff. Let's just knock this out.
I think Sigmundo, man. You're stuck here.
I think that staff should stay in here.
I kind of do too.
Throw it in the lava.
Hey, break it. That's fine.
No.
No,
Don't do
not
that.
while I'm standing here. Don't break it.
I'm away from a 30-foot radius.
I don't want to take 132 damage. That'll kill me instantly. I'll be insta murdered.
132, 24d10 force damage.
Yeah, if you're gonna break it.
Or half as much damage.
Yeah, you can make the save.
Oh my
And
God.
just go unconscious rather than being insta-killed. Thanks.
All right. So people who
Yeah,
can use
132,
it,
by the way, is just average for that.
people who can
Yeah,
use
you can
it
still be
also
executed
include
even if you succeeded.
people who can use it include Gaxif, Roland, and Zigmundo, right?
Roland cannot.
Druids.
Because you look.
Not a
you look-
sorcerer, warlock, or a wizard.
Oh. Is that a part of it? Is that in
Yes.
there?
Yeah, it was on the original card with the picture.
Oh, okay. All right, Zig.
It's really just it's Zig and you.
All right, so Gaxif will run towards Zig, I guess.
I think it should stay here. That's my vote. That thing's gonna kill something.
All right, so yeah, so
It's gonna
Gaxif
kill
will discuss with the party. Hey, we've got this
I come down the stairs.
this
gracefully
hell
like a
staff.
sub-
It is
We don't
incredibly
know
powerful.
these people. Why are we giving them a health staff?
That's a fair point.
Just
actually.
saying.
It's a fair
I don't
point.
know. These people could slit our throats right now.
Well,
I
I'll tell
feel
you-
like
I'll tell
we're
you-
more powerful, but
I tell you what, guys, we're not actually out of the dungeon yet. Maybe we can have this conversation at the back door.
And you're never getting out of this dungeon.
So that said,
The back.
I'd like to being the one holding the staff right now.
pocket it for now.
And an apocalypse
I'm
crowd.
going to unattune to my Pearl of Power. What's it take to attune and unattune? What's the time?
An hour.
Unattune's just immediate, I think. But it does take an hour to attune.
So before you do that, you want to come identify this talisman or what?
Do we have an hour and 11 minutes? You guys want to hang around here?
No.
I'm not going anywhere.
I feel like before we
I got
move
things to
further
do.
in
Let's
this
try to get out of
dungeon,
this thing.
having this staff on our side would be a really good thing.
Yeah, also, I think we could all use a long resty rest somehow.
I feel similarly about the talisman that I'm walking around
Yeah,
with.
but we
so.
can't sleep in the lava room filled with
All right.
undead.
Let's take. Can I take a? You guys want to hang out for like 11 minutes while I figure out what this talisman is?
So I think Squawk would likely chime in, and he probably would have gone back and for his gear. He would have found his his sitar, and he would suggest that he could cast the tiny hut.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean Gaxif can too.
All right, everybody into the hag room then for a night in.
Sure.
Let's do it.
I mean,
Hey,
even
tiny
if
hut
we're not
for all
sleepy,
of
I
us.
think at this point, given our lack of spell slots and whatnot, we'd probably just have to wait.
And I think it's going to require 2 tiny huts, honestly, to fit all of us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, tiny hut can't fit all of us.
it's a
though.
tiny hut. So yeah.
That's right.
It's not a
I
massive.
think it says it could fit 6 people. Where's tiny hut?
So you can have Gaxif and Squawk do 2 tiny huts.
There you go.
Oh, it's like we'll have a little village. We're a little commune.
10-foot radius.
All right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so,
we could
so
all
while we do this during this rest, I'd like to, not knowing Zigmundo yet, I'd like to attune to the staff and unattune from the Pearl of Power, but hang on to both.
Okay. Done.
But keeping an eye on Zigmundo, knowing he's somebody who can possibly use this outside of this dungeon in the future.
Okay.
Now, mindful of my reputation of hoarding onto loot, I'll ask the person that's now holding 2 apocalypse items and 1 extra magic
Yeah,
item that
I'll
he can't even
identify
use
your
if he's gonna-
talisman.
If he's
Yeah,
gonna,
yeah.
yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No, I get it. You've been asking. I got you.
Christ's sake.
Ten
well,
times
that's
your
good.
intelligence modifier? Oh, that's really good too. I've got a good intelligence
Well-
modifier.
My intelligence modifier is not great, I gotta say. At 0. 10 times 0. It equals 0.
So it's got to be somebody with a positive intelligence modifier we'd want this to go to, right?
You can't have another doomsday item.
Oh,
Keep your greedy paws
but
off
I
it.
can.
Keep your greedy paws
I'm
off it. I'm not giving it
intellect.
to you.
What's that?
I said I'm intellect.
Roland is.
You are intellect.
Jingle is intellect. You said you're looking for someone with
Isn't Jingle here forever?
or not? No, wisdom. Excuse me, wisdom.
It's
Not
intelligence.
intelligence. I think
Ketchum's
Roland
actually
is,
dumber than Jason is.
Roland is wisdom.
Look, we're down to Jingle and Gaxif, or Gaxif and Zig again here.
One of these characters is going to be... Actually, they're both going to be obscenely overpowered by the time we're done here. Somehow.
Welcome to D&D, where wizards are extremely overpowered.
Actually, there was a turtle we once knew that was super awesome and was definitely overpowered.
I don't know. Maybe Jason can raise his
All
intelligence.
right, so I'll
one
let everybody know
time.
what this thing does. Basically, it controls the sphere, and God, I could send that thing 50 feet.
60.
10 feet plus a
10
number
times your
additional.
intelligence modifier.
Your
10
modifier is
feet.
5.
Oh, 60, yeah.
Does your loot lust know no bounds, Meryl?
I'm only 40. Apparently, I'm a dumbass wizard.
Well, you're just not.
Well, you'd be 50. You'd be 40
Right.
plus the 10.
You'll be 50 eventually. I'll kind of, yeah. I mean, let the group know as well. I mean, I think Zig could probably roll with this one, but again, we don't know this guy, so I don't want to give him all this powerful loot.
Well, You don't, but Jason does.
So, right.
And it's
And
not.
we don't know who
as
Jason
much
is.
as you
That
clearly
doesn't
are
really
viewing all
mean much.
magical loot as the sole property of Gaxa, Jason is actually.
Well, and again, I don't know
Who's
Jason.
Who's Jason?
the
So
one that holds the talisman.
I'm gonna hold off.
He's
and
not
say
anymore. No, Gaxif is.
Gaxif is
To be
holding
clear,
it.
Gaxif is holding the
I
talisman.
am
You
now
had to give
holding
it.
the talisman because I have to
Well, now that
identify
you've
it.
identified it, I'd like to ask for it back.
I'm sure you would, but I'm gonna hang on to it
Really?
for now.
Let's all keep this in mind the next time we talk about Hiller's loot lust. That Merrill is holding 3 times the apocalypse items he can physically use.
Meryl, I hate to agree with Hillers on this, but you do seem a little unbalanced here for the party.
I'm.
Unclench, Merrill.
I don't
Not
know.
all about you. This is not Merrill and friends.
I don't know who you are. We
I
just
can't use
pulled
any
you
of them,
out of
so I
some
don't really have a-
cages. There's no
I don't know
chance.
who you are, but I just gave you my item. Are you
Well,
stealing it from me?
That sounds like a you problem, because
Oh, so
I have
you-
told you what this item can do.
Gaxif is stealing.
If the guy you know
Jason's
is so
item.
good at magic, perhaps he could have identified it for you, but you decided to give it to me.
And now you're stealing it.
I'm going to hang on to this until I trust
That's
you
theft!
guys enough
That's theft!
to use it. I will not be using the item, but I will be holding on to it.
Jason will wait till Gaxif goes to sleep. He doesn't trust this shifty little half pint, half HP wizard with way too much.
Now
evil
you know how Gaxa feels.
Are you guys
I'll-
going to be in the same tiny hut?
Jason is not welcome in my tiny hut.
Who said? Yeah, I'm gonna kill you in your sleep.
You can't get
Kill you in
in.
your sleep.
I hate to tell you, you can't get in. That's not how tiny huts work.
You're
I
better.
don't know you, Jason. I don't know who
No,
you
you-
are.
You don't. Jason will go to Ketchum's tiny hut. and
Here's
spend
what I
the
can
night
tell
there.
you, Jason. If it weren't for us, you'd still be trapped in a cage, being mind controlled by some hags. So if you don't mind, let's let the big boys handle these items until we feel you guys are responsible enough to hang on to them.
Ketchum feels like Jason can handle the item, and he doesn't. He doesn't cotton.
Well, if
to
there's
your-
anything we've
your
learned in
latest
this,
loot lust.
we can completely trust Ketchum's judgment in these last couple days that we've felt like.
Ketchum killed both the soulmonger and the lich.
Hey, why don't we bring the conversation over to Jingle and Ted?
Sure.
I can't take
Because,
it.
by the way, according to this logic, you guys know Ted almost as long as you know these new guys.
that is a fair point. Maybe we should ask the lizard man to sleep in the other hut. Take
I actually
Yaka
think-
too.
They probably only met Ted about 10 minutes before
Right?
Which is why I'm not giving Ted either one of these items either.
You have too much power. You can't be allowed to exist.
Well, now is a double outsider. I don't
Jason
know.
has no idea what power I have.
Ketchum knows that you have too much power and you can't be allowed to
Ketchum
exist.
thinks everybody has too much power. Ketchum's insane.
He's got a good point there, actually.
Says the guy with multiple apocalypse items. Just saying.
All right, here we are. So we've got our two spheres
All right.
set up.
Only one of them can end.
Do we need
this
to
fight.
identify who's in which spheres?
So I'm gonna assume that the old party goes into Squawks. So the Flames of Trestendar all go into Squawks. Tiny hut,
No,
right?
no.
No.
If Jason is identifying with Ketchum, and they seem to be wanting to kill me in my sleep, I'm
We're
not
friendly.
going to want them in
We're
my.
friendly. We wouldn't have told you that we're going to kill you in your sleep.
I heard you say
You-
you're going to kill me in my sleep.
You heard
So-
Jason say that. Ketchum's
Yeah.
your old compatriot.
Right. Who he said vouches for him. So I'm going to say that they should probably stay together since they seem to know each other.
Okay, so you ask Ketchum to go to the tiny hut, to Squawk's tiny hut.
That is correct.
Okay. Ted, which tiny hut do you go to? Because you don't know really.
Wait, Jesus, which one's the most room going on in here?
What
You
has
know
the most space?
I think I identify with these new outsiders of a lower level. Besides, if shit goes down with the lower level people,
You'll
I
just
feel
kill them all.
I feel like I'd be okay. Right?
You'll just chop
So,
them to bits.
That's what I'm feeling like. Maybe I'll go with the Flames of Tresendar.
Okay. All right. So catch them stuff here with. All right. So is that the way it's shaking out?
It appears to
I
be
think so, yeah.
so.
It's getting a little lonely in that southern hut.
Well, they got Yaka. He'll liven it up.
All right. So you guys go ahead and get a long rest. So, real quick for the housekeeping, for if you have a level of exhaustion, I think you cure 1 point of exhaustion.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And pull up that.
Yikes. So that brings Gaxif to 2.
Wow. All right. Ed can rate.
That brings Gaxif to 1.
Yeah, Zigmundo is also at 1.
Okay. Also, I lost a ton of hit points in that fight.
So hold on, real quick. So Jingle, are you casting that before? Or
I'm sorry,
after
I
long
will
rest?
do that after as we wake up, because
Okay, so then you'll lose that spell slot.
I will lose that spell slot, yeah.
Okay.
So during that fight, my max hit point went way down. But now I'm long resting, and I guess I'm eventually getting hit with a greater restoration. Does that change anything?
Why would you eventually be hit with a greater restoration?
At the end of this, he will.
Because
that's
Jingle
what I
just cast it and said at the end of this, I'm hitting Gaxif with a greater restoration. You might have missed that, but it happened like 10 seconds ago.
So as your long rest, you lose that 1 point of exhaustion, which means because I think you're currently at exhaustion
He's down to
4.
I was at
you go to
3,
exhaustion.
so I'm now down to 1. Well, 2.
You were at 4, right?
I was at 3.
Why was your HP halved?
Because I got hit by some spell.
It was a spell?
Yeah, I got hit by something that did that.
Okay, let me look that up real quick, just to remind myself what did it to you. That was during the fight with the Atropol?
I think so. I honestly don't remember, but I had my max hit points at 30, which is actually not even half my max hit points. It was just where my hit points were currently at the time, I think. Actually, wait, doesn't that line up with what the staff does? Is that a thing the staff does? Yeah, the target can't regain hit points and has a vulnerability to necrotic damage.
Yeah, but that's different.
Okay.
So the only thing that I see that could have happened is the whale that the Atropol did would give you the exhaustion. There was a wraith. Did the wraith hit you?
Yes, I think that was it. Because the
Life
wraith
drain.
was like right here, right?
Yep.
And I was on that balcony because Ted was trying to kill it, but it left him and came over to get me, I think.
Okay. So I guess this is probably what did it to you. And so that is removed as part of a long rest. You don't regain that HP though. Like you as part of your long rest, you regain what is it, half of your
He goes to full, which is 30.
You gain all your hit points back as part of a long rest.
I don't think that
you don't gain all your hit dice back, but you gain all your hit points back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good point.
You gain half your hit dice back, correct?
Half your hit dice come back.
That's what it was. Okay, so you are at full health again.
Cool. All right.
With full max health.
I got to figure out what that is again. What's that?
It's half your missing hit dice or half your hit dice?
Half your hit dice add to whatever you have remaining.
So let's say I have 6 hit dice, but I have 11 total.
You'd add 5. You'd add 5 to that. Which
You'd be
would
back to
11.
max.
Right. Okay. Just double checking because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
been a while since we've had this, like months maybe.
It has been a while.
I'd like to suggest to everyone in my tiny hut that being so overloaded with evil items and a penchant for control freakishness, that we might be in danger of a new evil overlord in our little gnome friend here. And then we might suggest in the morning that he should divest himself of at least a couple of those to someone. Else we kick him in the lava. See? This is how it starts.
Okay, so in the morning, the tiny huts dissipate. And you guys are back in the room. What do you guys do?
First, I stretch, then look for a cup of bitter hot worm liquid.
You see a giant cauldron.
Question to those of us that get the hit points, the temporary hit points. Do we get those in the morning?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it's not so much that you get them in the morning, like you've just had them this entire time.
So we're at 50 temporary hit points right now.
Yes, you are.
Cool.
And you've noticed that the spirits have been silent.
Oh, the spear's inside. Yeah.
But the traits that you gained as part of them, both the traits, the personality traits, and the powers have remained.
Okay, so Ketchum's basically chaotic neutral now between the two.
I would recommend that we.
Wow, we lost the voices. Okay.
We're now permanently.
We need to find a way out.
No, I think you guys made a pact to stick here forever.
Yeah, thanks for reminding us. That's real helpful in us helping you find a fucking way out.
Nah, see, I'll just walk up.
Hey, you know what? You're right. Let's just hang out here.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, good luck. Walk up those stairs behind you. One of our friends are there. He'll greet you and take you to the end.
It is our new
your
property.
hotel room.
We should probably know if there's a back exit just in case someone else wants to slip
there's
down
a glowing doorway to our south.
Yeah, I'd be interested in investigating it.
Catcher, what was on the other side of that glowy door?
Glowy.
Oh, no, good.
As far as I saw.
Yeah, you can't see through it.
Glowy.
To the glowy door.
Yeah. Okay. So can we agree that we'll head down there? Oh, I'm sorry. Let's ask Gaxif. Gaxif, is it okay if we go down there?
Who's asking? Who's asking?
Anyone at all. You go ahead and tell us.
So you speak for anyone?
What are we allowed to do?
Is that how this works?
Right back at you, bud.
Roland says we nominated him last night after long chat in the hut.
We nominated who?
He's just speaking for the hut.
Hillers, or which character are we talking about here?
Ketchum.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I'm with the party.
Whatever
the party I know wants to do, I'm with.
Sure. Okay, suddenly. Very nice of you. Thank you, gracious sir. So, Ketchum and Jason will head down to the glow.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
About the time under the mountain and talking about what the future is going to look like.
I'm gonna just probably put my guys on the balcony. Is there any kind of checks to get to the balconies?
No. The balconies you can just walk to.
Yeah, my guys will follow Jingle and Roland.
Given that we're expecting company, I'll probably put them one further down if that's all right, just so that there's more room to jump.
Hey,
I want to get away from the ball.
I hate to teach her this situation, but like that last jump is actually a pretty hard jump if you're not strong enough to make it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, so no one's made that. So I know that Jason and Ketchum can make it because they're both strong.
We're both bunker strong. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually don't think. No, I think Ted might be able to make that.
Does he have a 4 modifier? Yeah, he can make it.
Ted can make that. Zigmondo, on the other hand,
Your strength has to be at least a 14 to make it, probably.
14, right?
And Squawk can make it because
And
he'll just
Zigmondo
fly
can
over.
not make that.
Yeah, Squawk's just like flying over lava. LOL.
So Zigmondo's shit out of luck, as we like to call it in biz.
Do we not want to check what happened behind us to get out of here? I'm just wondering.
Well,
Do you want to check what happened?
direction? By the way, I might be able to get us across here if they open that door, so we can.
I mean, yeah, I can get across. That's not my concern.
No, I mean I can get us all.
Instead of
across
walking into the skull necromancy covered hell door, do we just want to maybe like take a peek behind us to see what's going on?
You mean like what?
Why don't you? I mean,
Like back up the stairs?
can we have Squawk maybe
Yeah.
run back and let us know? Is that something we can do with?
Who can be invisible? Maybe
I
they
guess
want to go check it out.
Yeah, I could do that. I could turn invisible and go.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
tell us what's there.
Does Gaxif do that?
Yeah.
How are we gonna
If
get
you guys are okay with that, I'd like to do that.
Well, he'll be invisible, so he'll just
Mhm.
come on back. I'm not too worried about his survival, given that he's laden to the gills with doomsday items. So he should be fine.
Remember, guys, I'm the loot crazy one. Just remember. Remember who's really upset about this.
All right, so Gaxif, you're going back up into the floor above.
Yeah, I just kind of want to peek around the corners to see, apocalypse upstairs or no apocalypse upstairs. That's really what I'm checking.
Yeah. So you head up the
Pretty
the
basic
stairwell,
check. Roll wisdom.
and to the west. Yeah, to the west you see what was already a collapsed hallway when you were first there, and to the east, which is the direction you came from, you see that hallway is not fully collapsed, but a lot of damage has been sustainable. A lot of the ceiling seems to have caved in. You can see enough of a gap that you could crawl through to the other side.
Does it look like something everybody in our group could crawl through, or just me?
It looks like you'd probably have to spend some time digging it out to get some character.
Okay.
Where'd my
It's
sound
basically
go?
large chunks of rubble.
Yeah, can I crawl through invisibly just to see what's there?
Sure. Yeah, so you start to crawl through. As you go, your arms and legs kind of knock rocks loose, and there's a loud sound of these rocks tumbling down through the rest of the rubble.
It'd be that loud. It's just little rocks kind of tumbling down.
Well, this is all very loose, right? This is not a fully settled thing. So as you're crawling through, also some of the rubble kind of shifts under your weight, right? It's a little haphazard, but after 30 seconds or so of crawling through, you are able to make it to the other side.
Can I creep along to see what the... Like, I'm working my way towards the room where we came from.
Yeah.
Slowly.
So you make your way a little bit further down the hallway, which it veers down to the south now, takes a right turn. As you peek your head around that corner, you see the portcullis, and the portcullis has fallen closed again, but the portcullis door itself is broken, and the stone frame around it has cracked. So it's there, it's closed, but it's loose enough that you think that it could probably be dislodged. Beyond it, you see the large gear that is now at about a 45-degree angle, with most of it, about half of it, submerged underwater.
Okay. Yeah, I'll head back to the group then.
Okay. You crawl back through. Go ahead and make a let's make it an acrobatics check.
All right.
Nah. Oh no.
Okay. So as you're crawling through, a piece of the rubble that you're crawling over within that kind of tunnel starts to collapse, and you see
I
the
misty
rubble.
step through it.
You misty step right, turn into mist, float right through the rubble as it's collapsing into that tunnel, and boosh, you're right next to the staircase down to the lower level.
That would have been a shitty way to spend your immortality.
Yeah, but I would have had some sweet items with me at least.
Yeah, I'd be like, keep me warm items through all of eternity.
And there goes one spell slot.
Jason, or I'm sorry, Ketchum would like to go through the door to scout ahead. He feels like he's pretty safe, generally.
Sorry, which one?
Ketchum?
Okay, so
Can
Ketchum
I get back to the group before?
steps through and disappears.
Oh dear.
What's that, Gaxif?
All right. Well, that's fine. I mean, I just want to get back to the group as well.
Okay, so you start walking down, and I would say you get down to the bottom of the staircase, and Ketchum just walk into the misty swirls, and he disappears.
All right.
Is this just like a gone type of disappear, or is it like walk in, lose sight of him, and
Yeah, no, it's more the latter. So as he walks through, like parts of him disappear.
so we don't necessarily know that he's gone. We just can't necessarily see him past that foot or whatever where he just
correct.
disappears. Yeah.
What does
What do
Ketchum
you guys? What do you? Well, first, like, what are your immediate reactions?
I would think that I would want to wait to hear him yell, thinking that like a good
a report of some kind.
10 to 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds. If I didn't hear anything, I would probably try to head over, I think, would be.
Recto or Ted or Zigmundo, do you guys do anything?
Good question. I feel like Ted, having emerged from the gate of hell, is used to seeing people dissolve into misty doorways, and so he is not fear. Zigmundo, on the other hand, is a little taken aback, but is looking around to decide what others are doing.
Okay. So you're gonna wait?
Yes.
Okay. Does Recto do anything, Mike?
No, Recto's pretty stoic, pretty silent. Yeah.
How about Jason?
He'll follow Ketchum through the door.
Okay, same thing.
Man, these two are weirdly on the same page.
For people that have never met before, they really are. Like, he just ditched us for this guy really quick.
I didn't ditch anybody. This is what he's always been doing. He
Not
also
really,
likes
because we've known him for years. This really isn't what he's been doing. He's known this guy for about
This dungeon has
14
changed
hours.
him, man.
I go forward. And also the dungeon.
I don't like the person you've become, Ketchum.
So the rest of you are
The
gonna
one
wait
that scouts
to see what.
ahead to make sure it's safe for the rest of you?
Yeah, I would probably want to wait.
So should we wait for you to come back?
I mean, for Christ's sake. This was an inherently altruistic act. How am I catching shit for this?
All right, so healers. So Ketchum and Jason step out of the mist into an underground chapel with black basalt pillars
Oh,
and a
nice.
polished obsidian altar. Resting on the altar is a leather bag the size and shape of a human body, and which appears to have been sewn shut.
Oh, my.
Beyond the altar, a heavy black drape hangs from an archway. 8 emaciated, green-skinned creatures are shackled to the walls of the chapel,
Oh, God.
each one gazing towards you with a single baleful eye. The monsters begin to gibber and drool as they shake their manacles, eager to be set free.
Oh, this seems bad. This seems extra bad. Okay, Jason would like to attempt to go back across the threshold.
Okay, so he just does the Homer Simpson walking back into the home.
Yeah, and we'll report back to the group. Okay.
Okay, so you guys see Jason emerge backwards through the doorway.
Right, and I'd start probably addressing Squawk and Zig, and Roland and Recto more than the others, but say just sort of brief them on that situation.
So why don't we take a quick bio break, and when we get back, we'll figure out what you guys want to do.
I will say there's a cool dynamic between the two groups that know each other, though. This is kind of fun. I like this. I don't know. There's a certain trust level, right? So, anyway. Bio?
A deteriorating trust level.
Well, by some, sure. I mean, somebody meets somebody and trusts them right away. Other people who have been with somebody for
Well,
years trust
we
them
knew each
more
other
than
before,
the people who...
and you're getting a little Dark Lordy. So, I mean...
So if we go back and you watch the videos, the question you asked, I remember, was like, does Ketchum know Jason? And then Troy was like, well, it's your backstory, you tell me. And you were like, well, I guess I'll roll to find out. And then it's like, oh yeah, he recognized him as a pit fighter of some kind that he knew.
Yeah,
and now all of a sudden you're best friends. Like, I don't really know when that happened.
It's been a full day. Well,
but,
honestly, we
yeah.
haven't had that much in common, except for the fact that we're not too keen on your current strategy of horde the apocalypse items.
Versus the people that you've been murking with for the past several years, who have
I've
been
done
through
nothing to them.
anything.
They've experienced no
sure.
negative consequence from Ketchum. Ketchum has done nothing to those people.
Right.
And
No.
so far is scouting ahead for them.
It all tracks.
So,
totally get it.
Shut your trap.
It all makes sense.
I'll check with you first before I make any decisions. Ass. I'll be right back.
Hey-o.
Hillers,
Sure.
you thought you were going to get Singletary for in the teens?
I did. I mean,
No way.
$30 in before the season starts.
Well,
is
think of it this
one
way.
hell of a bid.
I put 27 on him.
Wow.
I thought
Yeah, I didn't anticipate that.
how many think about how many times in a season you get the chance at a legit number one, a number one running back upside. There's just not.
He's not
Because
starting.
usually when you get the handcuffs, that's usually like, okay, you're
That's
not
what
even
he
something you're
is. He's
excited
a
about.
handcuff. I mean, like,
not to Frank. I mean, I don't think he's going to be a number. I don't think he's going to be
as of now,
bonkers.
he's a
but
handcuff.
if
I
he
mean,
put on
I
a-
agree that he's promising, or I wouldn't have bet the teens preseason. But
Think about Carry On last year. He's got Carry On thing last year where he's got a chance to be kept next year at a keepable amount.
he was definitely the best one available on the waivers by a wide margin. It's just that, starting running backs get hurt in the middle of the season.
No, they do.
You know
They
what
do.
I mean? And to be
He's hoping it's Frank Gore.
to be down $30 before you start. So I was like, hey,
Well, I mean, how else are you going to use
wow.
that money throughout the season?
wow. When your starters get hurt,
Nickel
Like,
diming on little shitty
and you're
wide
right.
receivers?
It might not. Well, yeah. And here's the other thing. A lot of times, come playoff time, people need somebody to fill in for some hurt people, and they're like, "Oh no, I have $0 in free agent money," and they're fucked.
It's a gamble.
So-
it's a gamble, but
I get it. I was
He's a
just
shot at
surprised.
number one on a run team that runs a lot.
I get
I got-
it. And I'm not hating on Singletary. I was just surprised at the magnitude of the preseason waiver bidding. I don't
Being
know
the
if we've
30
ever had a
surprised me.
preseason $30 bid.
I thought at 27, I was like, I'm pretty certain I outbid. I'm gonna get him. I was pretty certain I was gonna get him at 27.
I would be too. I would be
I was
too.
surprised he outbid me, but I was happy to get Thompson at 17. That works well for me, and then they fucking signed McCoy.
Yeah. I mean, I
So
would
that
have
sucks.
thought I would have been surprised at 27, to be honest. You know, because that probably would have set a record
So
for,
well, I
for
mean,
preseason rookie bidding. At 27, I think you would have set a record for the waiver wire before the season started bid. So I was like,
No.
whoa. I mean,
No.
I like him. He's the best one, but still, I was like, whoa, that's a
where
lot
else
of
you're gonna? I
free agent
just
money.
don't see where else you're gonna be able to spend big money to get a running back.
Well,
that.
the season will tell, right? It's like,
But even-
of course,
eh.
we don't see now. People get hurt, and then other people step up. Like that's when you get the $30 bids. It's just like
Yeah,
when there's a number, when
and then
a
you're
new
paying
number
30
one,
bucks. Then you're paying $30 for a Doug Martin fill-in
right?
on a Miami
Look,
Dolphins team.
I,
You know,
and I think you're taking the wrong argument here. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying I was surprised. That's it.
Yeah,
It's a risk for sure.
it is.
Just saying I was surprised.
So-
It might turn out to be a great bid,
Is-
and I certainly wanted him, but I had no idea it was going to cost that
Is
much.
Fab 80 or 50?
80.
80.
80. Okay, I thought so. You still get 50 through the season. That's not too bad.
All right. So, Jason, what do you report?
Everything you saw, the whole wild cult business with the snapping chained critters, that there's a some sort of corpse bag, maybe somebody being sacrificed. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. I'll say that.
Not too good.
Not too great. I would recommend that the party that I am familiar with join us in there and that we figure out how to settle it.
I would yell. Jingle
And that
would
just
yell
in case it's a ceremony of unimaginable power, that the gnomes stay outside and scout for us.
Jingo would yell out to Gaxif, get your death staff in there. It sounds like there's something for you to play with.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I'll run up there. Having seen Jason go in and come back out is somewhat reassuring. So, yeah, I think we got to figure out a way to get Gaxif in there is the problem.
So I think, and Troy, maybe you can work with me here.
Mhm. Yep.
What I'd like to try to do, and I get it's hot in here, but let's see what we can do. I'd like to cast Create Water.
Okay.
And then I'd like to use either with Roland's help, because they both have Shape Water. I'd like to try to keep it frozen, if I can, to make a little bit of a walkway.
Can I frostbolt it to help that?
So, I see what you're trying to do. I think you can do something like this, but here's the thing: you can create up to 10 gallons. That's not a lot.
Zigmundo has a permanent water jug.
I look over at Zig.
Oh, we did discuss
I
this.
forgot about this thing.
Actually, I completely forgot about that. I assume
You're welcome. It's a super
Troy,
awesome item.
I have that back, right? Like,
You do.
oh my goodness. It's hold on, what is it? It is the I have it listed as geyser, but hang on. Oh, I also have a potion of flying, by the way.
It's the decanter of endless water. Is what you...
Yeah, I have that. It's 3 up, but I just want to let everybody know I have a potion of endless flying.
Endless flying.
No, sorry. So there was the
That seems
of endless
powerful.
water mixed
You just
with
grow
potion of
wings?
flying. I mixed the 2 of them, and I
Mix the two of them, and it explodes.
You turn into Squawk,
Everyone is
basically.
yeah, I turned into squawk. Okay, yeah. So I have the decanter of endless water. What are we trying to do? We're trying to squelch the fire.
No, I would tell him
Put
just
the lava out.
Yeah.
spray it across the wall towards the other balcony, and we will freeze it to try to make a step.
Okay, but hang on here. The geyser produces 30 gallons of water that gush out.
Yeah.
That's all it does.
Yeah, and then between Jingle and Roland, we'll be using Shape Water to freeze it.
Okay.
I wouldn't try to put out
By
the
the way, 30 gallons of water is a 30-foot long by 1 foot wide. Is that okay with you?
That's a walkway right there.
All right, there we go.
Well, it's gonna be 15 foot at 2 foot wide. Boom.
I coordinate with the other water shifters.
So I'm going to head over to where those guys are. That's Gaxif.
Okay. All right. So you're going to use the decanter, and then Jingle, you're going to try and freeze it.
Yeah, Jingle Roland is there. He has shape water as well.
It's like Frozen. He can freeze it as he goes.
What does one level of exhaustion give you again? I forget.
So you can choose an area of water that you can see within range, and that fits within a 5-foot cube.
So you're gonna have to do it like Frozen. You're gonna have to freeze it as you go. You're gonna have to take one person across. It's like a puzzle. You take one person across.
Can someone just like carry me and jump across? Is this a thing we can do?
I mean, can we make like a kind of a walkway out that way and one here to give us something to?
Couple of platforms instead of a walkway.
Yeah, you could do that. And
or can someone like turn into a
have
bird
people-
and fly people across or something? Like I'm just trying to figure out what the best way to go would be here.
So you can fly far away.
Yeah. If I go spider form, can I web across?
Yeah. No, you wouldn't even have to do that. I think with spider form, climb.
I mean I can climb across, but to get them across, I mean I guess I could just web down and let people swing.
Jason figures that they'll figure out their dithering one way or another and goes into the ring again, just to make sure that
All
everything's
right,
okay.
I will do that. I will transform into spider
Okay.
as Roland.
And then do what?
I would position about here, and I would try to. Can I create them a bit of a walkway with some web?
Before
Like Spider-Man?
can we before he does that? I have gust. Can I gust myself an extra 5 feet? Like, would that help at all?
Yep. You could like jump in the middle of there and gust yourself to push you an extra 5 feet to add that to your long jump.
Yeah.
Does that get you far enough?
Which still only gets me 13 feet. But I would need, less help at that point. So, just saying.
Maybe I could help him as a spider across here.
Yeah, can I hold on to the spider as he crawls across? Ride him like he's a mount?
Yeah, could you carry him as the spider effectively?
What is the weight? Spider still.
God, I would think you could carry 40 pounds.
I don't know. Like, how much grip does a spider leg have on the wall?
Right.
Strength is 14. Strength is 14.
I would say you could do this to get Gaxif across because he's so light.
But nobody else.
I'm not sure that you can get a full normal-sized human across.
Well, who else is going to have problems?
I don't know.
Zigmundo's going to have problems. That's why he's there.
Okay, I can gust you, Zig. I can get you another 5 feet.
Well, why are we not doing the ice bridge? I'm sorry.
We can still do that.
I feel like that was a...
Especially for you and Roland together, that seems like a strategy you could pair.
Right, it's something we can also reuse again in rather short order that wouldn't...
We can do that. Try to do one here. Have a jump like here and a jump here. Like that's the thing. I don't think we could do a full bridge, but we might
Why
be able
not?
to do like a
2 by 15 feels rather reasonable.
because it's the spell. Where
Also,
And
lava
if it helps, I can
You choose an
I can
area
ray
of
of frost
water
the
you-
water if that helps too.
you choose an area of water you see within a range that fits within a 5-foot cube.
Okay, so let me also offer this idea up, right? I open up the canister, it shoots out 30 feet. We've got like Ray of Frost. We've got like a couple other things. We just freeze it in place.
To the wall. Let's give it a shot.
Or we let some of the party go through and some of the party hang back. I mean, like we
Let's
don't
give it
really...
a shot. Let's try to get the first one here and see how it goes.
All right. Who wants to orchestrate this magic? I also have Ray of Frost, by the way.
Yeah, but if you're shooting the water, I don't know if you can do both.
Yeah, if you're shooting the water, I would say Jingle and Roland would try to over your shoulder freeze it to the wall.
Okie dokie.
So Ray of Frost is unlikely to freeze a moving stream of water in place.
You got it.
Can Squawk join Jason and I in the room? Or is he being used to help?
He can, if the party wants him to go through.
Can Squawk carry people?
I think he did before, didn't he?
He has carried people because he lifted Recto up.
That would
he
just
could probably
solve everything.
He could very slowly do it.
Can't Recto like run on walls or something like that?
Yeah, well, not yet, but Recto can get across. It's fine. Don't worry about that. But I mean, if Squawk can carry him, that'd be easier. So can we just say Squawk carries everybody across?
Okay. Yes.
Or even attaches a rope to the other balcony?
No. He
so
said
you guys
yes.
can
He
get
carries
across?
everybody across. No. Let's take yes for an answer.
It'll take a while. So does everybody go through the door as they arrive on the balcony?
Sure.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we kind of have to. We don't have a lot of room for everybody to land.
Okay.
We'll slide up as necessary too.
I ask Yaka to stay back.
Oh,
Oh,
you care.
I want to see what he does.
yeah. Yaka says, "Oh, we've been through so much, pal. I'll never leave you. Don't worry.
Oh, come on,
That was a
buddy.
good one." All right. And then Squawk is the last through the door.
Jason will move forward to try to slice open the body bag on the altar.
Okay.
In case there's somebody trapped in there.
Okay, so as you move forward,
Steve.
the creatures chained to the walls are going kind of mad, and they're just struggling against their manacles, and you can kind of hear this gibberish inside of your head, but you can't make out anything specific.
All of
which
us,
one
or
of you?
Jason only?
All of you.
Okay.
You approach and you see this leather body bag. You pull out one of your knives, cut through the stitches, and you open up the bag, and you find a middle-aged male wearing very little, just basically like a loincloth. You don't recognize him.
Oh, it's not Orvex? Oh. Too bad. Oh well. Okay, but he's alive?
It's hard to say. Like he's pretty still, but his complexion is not super pale. You'd have to investigate a bit to figure that out.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to check it out. Give it just
Do a medicine
brief...
check.
Boy, not sure if I ever done one of these before.
And we're
Oh
not
my
going to
God.
ask you to do another one again.
You're not sure.
Okay.
You feel his skin, and it's cool but not cold. It's you kind of walk away thinking like,
Right.
It could go either way.
So I'll pick him up and take him back to the rest of the group to get a second opinion from
Okay.
someone that might have more medical knowledge.
So you kind of throw him over your shoulder. Firemen's carry him over.
I would
And
step up.
do you just like plop him on the floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would step up.
Is he alive, or what do we think?
I'd step up and try to switch with Gaxif and take a look as Jingle.
Okay. Yeah,
Sure.
make a medicine check. Yeah, he's alive, but he's unconscious.
I
And he doesn't seem to be injured in any significant way that you can tell.
Does he look like anybody in either one of our parties would recognize?
Mm, let's see. Jason, Recto, Roland. Actually, all of you. Sorry, all of you make a history check for each character.
I don't know why. That's
So,
disadvantage.
so Jingle, yeah, Jingle, you recall seeing this face in the group of soldiers that were with Commander Breakbone right outside of the tomb.
I will relate that to Pari that I remember that, and tell them I don't know what that means.
One of the paladins.
This was back from the fort on the river, right?
Well,
Yeah, but if you remember,
They got us down
they
here,
were
though.
yeah,
Okay.
they were encamped outside of the tomb, and you're kind of working for them.
Got it.
Roland's gonna step up and he's gonna cast Goodberry and create
Okay.
10 of these berries. He's gonna place one in the soldier's mouth and kind of help him chew it and see if he can't get it
Yeah.
down his throat.
So you do that, but nothing really seems to change. Making a let's see, who did this? Jingle?
That was Roland.
For Roland, make an Arcana check.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're not really sure what's going on.
Yeah.
A 0? That's 2 1s in a row on our checks, by the way. Our individual checks.
So,
and I'm gonna pass out. I'm gonna pass out to everybody. I'm gonna pass out a Goodberry to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody else can have one of the Goodberries. That's 9 left. Roland does not have one himself, but everybody has.
if he's unconscious, Ketchum will lay on hands 1 point of health on him.
The healing magic takes effect, but he doesn't regain consciousness.
That's weird.
I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts using my Black Opal Crown on the body
Mm-hmm.
as Gaxif. Obviously, but you know.
Yeah. So Gaxif does detect surface thoughts, and they seem to be the person is having a nightmare.
What do we think? Is there like a lesser restoration or something in the offing that we might?
I think it'll take a greater restoration, and that would be
Well,
it for my
maybe, but let's start low.
Yeah, and when it's somebody else's spell slots, it's easy.
Ketchum will cast Dispel Magic on him.
Okay. That does not seem to
got
take any effect.
Money where my mouth was on spell slots.
Okay, I'll have Roland. I can have Roland cast a lesser restoration.
Doesn't seem to do anything.
Oh, yikes. It's pretty bad.
That tops a 5th level.
Okay, so
I'm done casting spells on this.
prior to that, what is it Ketchum would like to go investigate what's beyond the altar up there? That little jaggy bit up at the north?
It's a there's a drape there. It's a Beyond the altar, a heavy black drape hangs from an archway.
Sideways with the drape.
Maybe I yell to the group too. Maybe we should step back outside. These monsters are a bit
Yeah,
loud.
let's get them out of here, and then we can deal with them. Let's get away
Yeah.
from these things.
Well, so I'm still up here. Sideways with the drape.
Okay.
Can we all kind of follow him as he goes?
Yep. So as you guys,
I'm not speaking for everybody.
The
I'm
drape.
just saying, that's what I think we.
So
should
you pull aside the curtain, and behind the curtain is a 10-foot wide, 45-foot long hallway set with 4 decorative archways that have blank walls within them. 3 paths marked out in red, gold, and purple tile snake along the floor, each leading to one of 3 archways. A charred skeleton on the floor points to the 4th archway, which has no path leading to it. A single torch burns in a wall sconce at the far end of the hall. Mounted below it is a bronze plaque that bears a warning: "Behold the fate of those who defy me."
So, Gaxif, how did that other way look?
Not good. Not too good. I gotta be honest. That's we don't want to go that way.
I'm not sure we want to go
So,
this way.
if no one can see it, I'll sort of explain the situation, and then Ketram will
I
suggest...
think everybody can see this, right?
Yeah, that these monsters maybe not worth leaving behind us, and we should take care of that.
Think we take these? You think we kill them all?
Well, I don't love them.
What do they look like, Troy?
They are
I feel like we've seen one of these before.
8 emaciated, green-skinned creatures. They each have a single baleful eye. Recto, Roland, that's it, and Zigmundo. Recto, Roland, and Zigmundo. You've seen one of these before.
Oh, yes. They look terrifying.
Was this the thing that...
Can I remember anything specific about them? Other than just...
Yeah, you guys, the 3 of you can make a history check with those characters.
All right.
That was Recto's roll. I don't know why it comes through.
I see.
Oh my god.
No, it's because your name in the game
Yeah.
exactly, but it says Recto below.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So Gax, if you or Recto, you remember fighting one of these in the basement below Tressendar Manor?
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay.
Been a minute, right?
Yeah, but these things are pretty nasty. They can climb on walls and...
Not when they're chained to stuff.
True. But why are they here? Why not follow where the corpse is pointing?
Ketram's going to go ahead and start clubbing this one up on the north.
Okay, so you attack it?
Yep. Chaotic neutral now.
Roll initiative.
Okay.
You thought we were going to finish this tonight, didn't you, Troy?
I did.
Yeah.
What do you... After all this time. Huh. How could you? You want to go first or second, Mike?
Hang on. How about first and second?
Hey-o.
Damn, these are some heavy initiative rolls. That's a natural 19 though for pillars.
So, to be clear, did I get my first strike in?
You'll get your first strike.
Okay.
So go ahead and do what you need to do.
Will do.
That'll hit. So total of
17 plus 25 plus 10, 35.
all right. Recto, it's your turn.
All right. So I'm next to this thing. If I move away from it, is it going to attack me? It's not really where I want it to be walking in here, to be honest. But like I know we're limited on space.
Troy, can you fix my initiative, please? I'm sorry.
Sure. What should it be? 22.
Zigmundo is 22. Ted is 13.
I don't see a Ted one, so let's go ahead and
I probably here. Let me
here. Okay, so 13.
please and thank
Okay,
you.
so it's actually Zigmundo's turn.
All right. Okay. Zigmundo doing Zigmundo thing. He does firebolt, not ball, firebolt.
Okay.
That guy.
All right. Go for it.
Bam.
Goes wide.
Oh.
You're a little out of practice, a little rusty.
Yeah.
God,
man,
our
I'm
rolls.
upset.
All right. Gaxif, or actually, which order? What order do you three want to go in with the 19? Who wants to go first?
Well, you've got two of them, Mike. Do you have a preference?
I mean, so Ketchum's already hit one of these things at this point.
He has.
Yeah.
All right. Trying to support,
I mean, I'm just going to hit it again, so I don't really care.
trying to support Ketchum at this point. I'd like Gaxif to go first, I think.
Okay.
He's going to roll down here and fire a lightning bolt directly north.
Nice.
Oh, all right.
Jeez.
Okay, you'll be able to get all four of
Fuck 'em up.
these.
And it's going to be at a level 4.
It's nice when they line up like that.
So that's 33.
Okay, so I'm going to do their saves, starting with the one closest to you.
Dex 17.
All right. Fail, 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 pass. Okay. So a total of 33 damage. Is that right? For the ones that fail?
That is correct.
And then is it half damage for the other guy?
That is correct.
Which would be another. That is actually enough to kill that guy.
The one near me?
Yep.
Cool.
All right.
That means those other 3 are
Recto.
really hurting.
They're 30 points or less. 30 odd points or less. Yeah.
Yeah, so seeing everybody else attacking these things, I guess Recto's going to go into action too. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember Recto's abilities. Hang on.
Yeah.
It's a long and arduous path.
He's going to activate Channel the Lightbringer,
Okay.
which is his bonus action for free, so it doesn't cost a key point, but it is a bonus action.
Yep.
And then he's going to just start wailing on it with his... the one closest to him with his...
Yep.
with his dagger to start.
Okay.
Wherever that went. Oh, it's over here. Sorry, wrong window.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that'll hit.
And he gets 2 attacks.
Miss.
Guessing that one misses.
The creature brings up its shackles, and your dagger slams against the steel of the shackle.
All right, and that's going to be the end of Recto's turn. Not the end of Recto, but
Well, we'll see.
we will see.
He gives up.
Ketchum.
Guys, real quick, guys, we have 59 minutes to end this. Come on, I still have one more glass to go. This was important. Just no pressure.
Okay. So
Somebody wanted to fight everything in the room. Just saying.
we'll go down here. But better not to have it behind us. I'd rather not. So we'll take first Warhammer swing at the one to the north of him right now.
Okay. That's enough to kill him.
Okay. Second one
God,
goes
your
to the
attack rolls.
second one goes to the south.
Miss.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Kind of glad you didn't go at Gaxif with those attack rolls. Got to be honest.
All right, so
you are.
Jeremy.
As you mentioned, there's a long history. It'll take at least one more dicey thing before you're murdered in your sleep by Ketchum.
You can certainly try.
All right, so Jeremy will attack the one. So he turns on his flame tongue sword, and now will attack the creature to his northeast.
Are lower level characters 6 or 7?
7.
Their level.
6.
I think there's 7.
6. I had 6.
Oh yeah, no, there's
I just
6.
wanted to make sure that was correct.
Does he get? Actually, he should get sneak attack as. No, he doesn't actually get sneak attack.
Near him.
Well,
does he
Squawk
get
is
more than
within
one?
range.
He went to this one.
He attacked the one to the northeast, actually.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Gotcha.
Let's see. Does he get more than one attack?
No, rogues do not at that level.
Okay. Okay, that's it for Jeremy. Rolling.
I'll come down here. We'll make it quick, and I'm just gonna bop him with the shillelagh.
Shalaka.
And there it is.
All right, that hits.
I love it. It just says magical damage.
All
right.
yeah, that's it.
It's
Okay.
the luck of the Irish. It's Shamrock Leaf is the thing.
Hey, it's so magical.
Let's see.
Yeah, what are we doing for Squawk here?
I think Squawk's going to do Vicious Mockery against the one next to him. I think. Actually, let's see.
Doesn't he have a mace?
Squawk, let's see.
I'm just kidding. That was a joke with
He
Squawk.
has a lot of stuff.
You have a mace?
He does have a
Yeah,
rapier.
remember that? Yeah, I'm like, what? Since when? Where are you keeping that thing?
All right, so he's going to do Vicious Mockery.
Yikes. Is 13 really his DC? Well, it doesn't matter. He rolled a crit.
All right, Ted.
All right. So
I feel like Squawk's
Ted is
DC is not
enraged
correct,
by the
though,
fact
Troy.
that-
Just a heads up.
well,
That's Nick's problem.
Fantastic.
Ted hears a dog in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
Ted is enraged by yet another room of monsters, claiming he just wants out, man. It's not his fault. And so Ted flies into a blind rage, and
Okay.
he also recklessly attacks the closest monster to. Oh Jesus Christ! There's so many people in the way.
Closest monster is going to be this guy, so you'd have to go one east, Squawk.
Yeah. Boom. He moves over there, and give me 1 second here. He goes into a frenzy, and in his frenzy, he is afforded a third attack. So, that being
So he's gonna chop this thing to ugly gristle.
so, right. So he takes an attack with the Great Weapon Master feat. And that's that.
And he misses.
So he takes another
That
attack
is
with that.
There you go.
That'll hit. That hits.
All right. How are we looking on that?
He's pretty damaged.
Yeah,
bad
so he takes yet his third attack. And
Yeah, 4 is a tough
hang on.
roll to start with.
I'm sorry. Wait, no, that was the right one. And he takes the third one.
Oh my
And
god.
misses.
These rolls.
Terrible. It makes
Jason.
me even angrier.
Jason will
That's
head
my
over-
turn, I dare believe.
head over here next to Ketchum. Is it okay if I retcon that the terror mace that he was given he attuned to during the long rest and period thereafter?
That's fine. That seems like a reasonable thing that you would have done.
It's 2 less on the attack, but he's now using that and his rapier. So it's
Okay.
hard and pointy damage and squishy damage from now on in. So it'll be three attacks. So it'll be the terror mace first.
All right, that hits.
Okay. And then 2 rapiers. So rapier 1,
Miss.
rapier 2.
Hits and kills him.
Cool beans. That ends my turn.
Okay, Jingle.
To my west.
Okay. All right, that kills him.
That's it.
All right. Let's see. So, yeah, this one's gonna do a gazing attack against Ketchum. DC 12 Constitution saving throw. That'll do it. The next one's going to do Rotting Gaze against Jingle. So Jingle, DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
If the Hell Baby couldn't get it done, these little these little things are terrifying.
All right. So the Nothic next to Jeremy is going to attack him with their claws.
126 hit points.
And both of those miss.
Seems silly.
And
I
then,
have a special magical, like, godlike emblem to give me 125.
And he explained to us one time how he got that, and I was like, wow, okay, that all checks out, but that's nuts.
And then these are coming for Roland. So I think that's last one hits for 9 damage.
It does.
All right. Zigmundo.
All right. Zigmundo.
So actually, for the purposes of wrapping things up, you guys are going to kill these things before they get another turn.
Yeah,
so
almost certainly.
Let's go ahead and skip forward.
Also, are our lesser characters level 7? They did kill a super lich.
Not yet.
I don't have time to do that right now, man.
Just asking. For a friend. Okay.
Okay. So you guys fight them, and eventually, like, now they're dead corpses of these Nothics are now slumped, hanging by their shackles up against the wall. Some are in pieces.
All right.
All right. Who wants first dibs on these pathways then?
Who is not making it out of this tomb alive? Raise your hand.
I'll give the first run a go.
Okay, so you're gonna do the orange one?
So what do we think? I'm thinking I'm just gonna try walking one of the pathways.
Yeah, walk
happens.
the pathway.
Might as well go closest first and work our way up.
So I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna take a step in. Hopefully supported by other people who can heal in very close range.
I'll go to look.
And I'm gonna try walking that red path.
Jingle is?
Yes.
Okay. So you walk the red path, and you get to the end of the path, and the path leads into the wall.
Is there anything special about this wall? Can I knock on it? Is it hollow? Is it just
You try to knock, and as you knock, your hand kind of starts to get sucked into the wall.
Uh-oh.
like getting. I pull back. I would pull back.
Okay, you're able to pull it back out. Yeah,
So that it was like almost like it not solid, and it was just
it was not solid, but it was also it had a little bit of a suction to it. It's not just illusory, right? It's not
Yeah.
just like a hologram.
Yeah.
There's something else going on.
I would follow the red path back.
Okay.
I'd let them know that it was a weird sucky door.
Well, what's on the other side?
You can go check it out if you want to go all the way in. I'm gonna try walking the yellow path. See what that door was.
Jingle is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ketchum will walk down the orange path up to the doorway.
Okay. So Jingle, you get to the end, and once again, the line, the tiled line that you're following, just ends at a wall.
I'm gonna a little more gently get close to it and see if it has the same suck as the first.
Like you like press against it? Or what are
Yeah,
you
I'm
doing?
gonna get my hand against it and see if it's solid versus just straight up start banging on it.
Make a perception check, Jingle. So you knock against the wall, and it is solid, but you can hear music playing from somewhere beyond it, and you do see that there it is a secret door. And Ketchum, as you approach where you are, you can feel the pendant that you've been wearing since before you entered the tomb. It lifts up off of your body and starts to pull towards the north.
Pendant. Oh, that thing from like the statue before we even got in the doorway?
Yeah.
Oh man. The north, huh? Okay, so I'll go back along the orange path and then all the way up along the purple path.
Okay, as you get to about here, the pendant is pulling to the southwest.
Southwest, so where Jingle is.
Yes.
Isn't it southeast?
No, it'd be southwest.
That would be west.
No. So I'll let Jingle know what's going on. Head back down along the purple path, and then ask him to come back out so that I can look on the door on the yellow path.
Okay,
At
and
the
so you
top
go
of the
back
yellow
up there.
path. Yeah.
And as you approach, the door opens.
Whoa, sweet.
And
I'll holler back that that's the case.
You'll holla back?
I would
I'm
follow.
a
I would
holla
follow
back
him
dwarf.
up.
Holla back, youngin'.
Hollow bread.
Wow. Who knew that thing would come in handy again? I had totally forgotten about it. Just utterly.
one of the things I needed to go review video for. Who had that?
Right. Shocker, it was our loot whore.
Well, I found it. It was behind the statue. I went and discovered it.
Yeah.
Didn't steal it from someone for no reason. For instance. Okay, so I'll
So
ask
as
if
the door
anyone
opens,
wants to come, but then
Yeah,
head
I
on
would
in.
be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for you to move in, but I'm following.
I'll move in.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, can we all follow Ketchum through the hallway?
Yeah. So move on up in the order that you do it.
Move on.
Yaka's back. Let's see.
Bam.
I'm just gonna, for sake of this, it's just gonna be.
Okay. All right. So Ketchum, as you walk down the hallway, soft dulcimer music fills the room.
Oh,
The
that sounds
walls
nice.
of the room beyond are painted the color of dried blood. Bookcases draped in cobwebs and dust line the walls and stand 4 deep in the middle of the room. Hundreds of leather-bound tomes weigh down their sagging shelves. At one end of the room, a small study contains a padded leather chair, a footstool, and a small table,
Oh,
as
that's
well as
nice.
3 corpses dangling upside down from shackles and chains bolted to the ceiling near the north wall.
This guy's
Marginally-
decorator is shit.
Marginally less nice.
A lantern-shaped device resting atop the table appears to be the source of the music.
Okay. So I'd like to just move forward slowly and see where the pendulum is pointing. Where is it?
It seems to once you entered the hallway, it seems to have just gone.
Oh, it's gone. It's gone dormant again.
It went flaccid on you.
It went flaccid.
Yeah, it happens to lots of guys.
Performance issues. Okay.
The
So
music starts playing, and
I'll sort of proceed towards the chair and the music device.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And I'd like to, I guess, inspect the music box.
Okay. It's a music box made of dark wood with gold filigree.
Okay. Is it still playing music?
It is.
What kind of music?
I smash it.
Dulcimer. Soft
Dulcimer.
dulcimer music.
That's a funk. 1970s soul.
Is it country music?
and
Because we know how that's going to end.
It's in sync.
there's people hanging from the ceiling above me.
Yep. On the
Well,
northern wall.
Not people.
Corpses.
Skeletons.
Skeletons. See. I'd like to inspect the skeletons. Is there anything in particular about them other than big skeletons on the wall?
No, they've been here for quite a while. And
Sure.
quite decayed.
It's okay, so this is just the decor in here then.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And there's
Rustic.
no books or anything on the table or any
Sorry, what?
books or any sort of other items on the side table?
You see a pair of spectacles on the table next to the chair.
Okay. I'd like to pick them up and
Okay.
inspect them.
They're horn-rimmed spectacles.
Are they my prescription for reading glasses?
Are they Warby Parker?
You look through them, and they don't seem to have much effect.
All right, I'll put them back on the table.
Okay.
Welcome everybody into the library to see if they can garner any information, but otherwise, I guess just check out what kind of books are on the bookshelf next.
Jingle wouldn't be interested in books, but Roland would be.
Okay. There are a lot of books, hundreds of books.
Oh,
So can I mean, within the look, can we get an idea? Are these magical? Are these history? Are these one of a kind? Are these languages we even know? Is there anything weird? Some sort of like dog wrapped book or something?
Roll a D300.
ah!
What? Oh, one at a wow.
Can I do that? Is it just?
Let's see if he's the luckiest person in the world.
Oh my god, 222 is exactly what you needed.
I usually use a dice roller. How do I type it? The
Slash
Slash roll 1D300.
Hey, you're the new god of this world. You find the one page in the one book that turns you into.
You pick a book out, and it is some kind of historical.
It's a Harry Potter book.
It seems to be about an ancient lost kingdom.
Can we
Harry Potter in the line at the DMV?
can we assume that we all help each other to like work around this room and look for secret doors?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be worth a thorough inspection. What with the pendant pointing to the walls, especially.
Is Jason,
and
is Jason in here, or is he staying out in the main room?
Yeah, he would have come in.
Well, get off your ass and control your character.
Well, I didn't know that's what we were doing. Thought we were being moved.
I think we're all going like, wall to wall, tile to tile, just checking to see if there's a way out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys check all the walls, and you do not find any kind of secret door.
Okay, well, this was nice, I guess. But not if I don't find anything. Ketchum will head back out and then up the purple path.
What does the northern wall look like? What are these things on the northern wall?
Skeletons.
Skeletons.
Ah.
Can I
Wanna take
pick up
him
this? Can I at Jingle? Can I pick up this music box?
Yeah, you pick it up.
Does it have a wind on it, or is it just constantly playing?
So, each of like you notice that when you pick it up, that each of its 5 sides, besides the bottom, is sculpted with the image of a horned woman playing a different musical instrument. One side shows a dulcimer, another is a flute, another's a harp, another's a lyre, another's a viol. When you touch the box, like as you touch the different sides, you notice that the music starts to play using that instrument.
Neat.
If I hold that and I go kind of 5, 10, 15 seconds per side, is there anything different that occurs thanks to the different music?
No.
No.
God, I feel like
Is
that
there
thing is the key.
is there any way to turn this off?
You play with it for a little while, and you notice that if you touch on the same side that's already, it just stops. So if you touch the viol side, it starts playing viol music. If you touch it again, it just turns off.
What a nice device.
I'm gonna leave it off and I'm gonna take this.
Okay.
So if I touch a Dave Matthews side, it stops playing fucking Dave
This is
Matthews.
mine now.
It's just crash into me for the rest of your life. Okay, if nobody has anything else, I think I'll start checking out the rest of these rooms.
Who's you?
Ketchum, in this case.
Ketchum. Okay, so Ketchum heads back out down to the bottom.
And then up the purple path.
Okay. Okay, you reach the end, and it's the purple tiles lead into a wall.
Okay, inspect the wall. For the other ones, I'm definitely expecting.
Can we
that
all
there'll be
like
something
roll with him to help him with that?
if you care
Sure.
to.
Yeah. Feel free to move yourselves onto the purple path behind him. So as you touch the wall this time, this wall transforms into it starts to like drip down. Like the wall turns into mud.
Okay,
That seems nice.
And is anyone
Oh,
else
wait.
still in the other room?
I'll wait for it to melt.
Oh, Yaka.
Yaka was.
Oh, nope, just moved.
Okay. Like the wall is melting, but it doesn't it keeps melting, like continuously.
Can I try the
Okay.
different sounds of the sound machine and
Yeah, sure. You start to play the different
sounds
sounds. Nothing
kind of
seems
as he's doing it? Okay.
Whoop, whoop. It's the sound of the beast.
With
All right,
people
I'll,
standing along the other doors, do they notice anything from the sound change?
No.
No. Okay. All right. It goes in my bag then.
I'll stick an item through the mud with my hand and see if it pulls back out.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Then I'll walk through the mud, the melty mud.
Okay.
Oh, wild.
And as you
Okay.
turn around, you see that that wall behind you is now mud-like as well, whereas it previously.
It previously was not. I see. And so I'll come out in the hallway and be like, "Hey guys,
What?
gotcha!"
The F just happened.
We're not getting out of here
Oh,
tonight.
missed opportunity. I could have snuck up behind Gaxif and stolen some of his magic items.
You certainly could have tried.
So yeah, there's that, I guess. So having that good fun, I guess I'll head back down the yellow path and then up the orange one if Zigmundo would be kind enough to give me room there and head through that
Ooh.
doorway.
There you go.
So
Actually,
Ketchum goes through the doorway at the end of the red path.
Yep, I'm having a great time with this. This has so far been nothing but good.
Okay. You guys see Ketchum disappear.
And he's having a great time.
And it makes everyone so happy.
I'll go in behind him.
Who's you?
Jingle.
Okay. So Jingle goes in behind him.
Jack's just going to go in with
Disappears.
Jingle. He's going to do it.
Okay. Gaxif goes in.
Roland thinks they're all fucking nuts and he's not going in there.
Yeah, Jason will give it a minute too.
I think Squawk might be interested in going in.
Or
Anything
Jeremy?
that might be an exit.
I think he chooses not to.
He chooses to fly instead.
Anyone else?
He's just
Recto?
Recto does not go in. He doesn't understand why people would go in there.
Okay.
Recto doesn't understand why he wouldn't go in.
Jason? Does Jason go in?
He's gonna give it a minute.
All right, I'm going in. Okay.
Who's you?
Zigmundo first. He goes out and then back down the path. And then Ted does the same.
Okay.
And we all dead.
Yeah, I mean, they don't come
Roland was
back.
concerned that Zigmundo went in.
They don't come back, huh? That's not good.
Oh, we haven't asked to come back. Maybe.
What is Ketchum experiencing? I hear you choosing not to answer, and I'm baffled by this.
Roland stays out. I would think it's down to Jeremy. If he...
I feel like Jeremy would have gone in with his group. Like, I don't know.
Fine. Jeremy goes through. That's what you get, Nick.
all right. If
Oh God.
if they really don't come out, Jason will go into. If there's nothing.
Okay. All right. You eventually go through.
What does that door look like?
It's just a wall.
It's the sucky.
So this
sucky
one.
wall.
So this is an open doorway. This looks like mud. This just looks like a wall. This just looks like a wall.
You want to go check out the skeleton wall there, Recto? That's what you got left.
No, it doesn't. Recto and Roland have a bond, I feel like.
You better hope you do.
All right, Recto, Roland. What do you guys do?
I'm concerned, but not going
Squawk.
in.
Squawk says he's with you guys.
Let's give him a minute.
Yeah, I don't think we go in. I really don't.
Okay. So what do you do instead?
I would think we wait for Jason or
Eat some good berries.
Jason or Zig to come out
Just
and let
get
us know
high
it's okay.
Eat
and
some
wait.
good berries, man. Eat some good berries.
How long do you wait?
Years?
Years.
I mean, what are our options here? We're in a fucking tomb of annihilation. I mean, what are we talking about?
So how about this? 30 minutes later, nothing has changed.
Ooh, I think we have to poke ahead in there. Come on, let's all die
You
together.
could try the skeleton.
Roland
you could try
goes
the
in.
skull door.
Roland goes in.
To this door?
Should we maybe try another door first?
There's only one other door.
Yes, maybe try it before the door that just killed everybody.
We asked you.
Can
to
I
try
take the
it.
purple?
We asked you
route
if you
through
wanted
that?
to try
Can I
it.
take the
You
purple
said no.
route through this door?
Yep. Okay. You go there, and there's the purple path doesn't seem to actually to that alcove, but that alcove is there, kind of forming this stone doorway.
Is there anything? Can I gently place a hand near it? Is there anything sucky? Is there anything strange about this?
Yeah. So you place your hand against it, and a illusion dispels, and you see a room beyond, which I will describe in a second. So, you see in the room beyond, a pool of jet black ooze glistens inside the silent chamber, whose walls are decorated with relief carvings depicting black stars. As you look upon it, a shape at the center of the ooze rises up suddenly to form a 4-foot-tall black obelisk, a miniature version of the obelisk that stands outside the tomb entrance.
1 second. I have an obelisk map as one of my items.
You aren't here.
That's right.
And when did we get that? Wasn't that back like in the Steve Dark Magic days? Like back when we were like checking out things outside?
That popped up like right out of the fountain that we're looking at. The
Correct. Yep. It's a 4-foot-tall black obelisk made of ooze sticking out of the fountain.
Stick your face in it.
I will walk up to it.
Okay.
Is there anything around the pedestal, or is this
No.
just like anything around the outsides of the room? Is just does there feel like there's anything to control this or change it, or is it just a thing?
It's just there. It's just there. The room it has these etchings of the stars on the walls. They're kind of painted black, and then you've got this pedestal with the ooze.
I look back to Recto and I just sort of shrug. I don't know.
Stick your face in it.
Yeah, I mean,
Have Recto drink out of the pool.
touch the water, maybe. See what happens.
I take my staff and try to like very gently touch it to the
obelisk?
The obelisk, yeah. I'm not trying to knock it. I just want to try to
Poke
get
it with
close.
the stick.
Recto, as soon as you see Roland touch his staff against the obelisk, he disappears.
Oh, fuck.
Just vanishes.
Where would you care to vanish here, Recto?
I feel good. I got a split of both characters. One went one way, one went the other. I got a 50-50 shot at this.
What did the plaque say underneath the fire thing? Under the torch?
It said, behold the fate of those who defy me.
That's helpful, huh?
What shall you poke? Flip a coin, man. I mean,
Is it the black
let's
mysteriously
not keep us
shaped?
here all night while you
the
drive
black
into
ooze?
left and right.
I'm gonna sunbolt the thing in front of me.
I might be in
Okay.
that.
You fire the sunbolt
Better
out.
hope you're not.
It hits the ooze. You see the ooze kind of splay out and then reform. It looks kind of like the Terminator 2.
It's like the mind flare
metal.
in season 3, Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Never ending story. Alright.
Squawk
Fuck.
was here, and Squawk decides to go ahead and says, "Well,
Don't where Roland goes.
Might as well. We'll see." And goes up and touches it and disappears.
Oh man, we all dead.
There might be a friendly bear on the other side.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Or
Recto's
octopus.
going in too. He's going in there.
Could be all your dreams.
He's
All your
following.
dreams
He's
might
following
be in the
Squawk.
pool. You're all dead. Dungeon failed.
This shit is tense.
Don't worry, we all dead. It's much better if you just accept it.
I feel good having a
If you
split.
remember that none of us should be alive, it's easier.
That's a great point.
Roland, Squawk, and Recto, as you touch the obelisk, your mind goes black, and next you find yourself standing outside of an enormous black obelisk, outside underneath of the sun in the morning of a Cholton day. shortly after you arrive and you're disoriented by what has happened, the commander Breakbone approaches you, sees the three of you, and is very excited. He approaches you and says, I knew that you had succeeded, but I didn't expect to see you. Where are the others? How are you even here?"
I know where we are.
It was all me. What can I say? I would regale him with as good of a quick story as I could, focusing on how heroic I specifically was, but the group as a whole, and say that how we kind of left and we don't know. There were more. We don't know where they are.
He says, "Oh, I see. Well, you've saved so many lives. I don't know if I can even explain it to you. It seems like it's come at quite the cost. But
a good parade would make this much better.
And a parade you shall have in Port Nyanzaru. We've already sent Orvex there after he emerged last night.
Wait,
And
what?
told us of your victory.
I'm sorry.
Wait, excuse me,
Orvex.
what?
Oh wait, we don't know about Orvex.
Yay!
We don't know about Orvex.
No, he hung out with us back in the day.
Yeah, but he was captured with us. Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
Orvex was eaten.
Seemingly devoured by locusts.
So Commander Breakbone looks a little confused. He says, "You sent Orvex out here through the obelisk to tell us of your victory.
No.
Oh my!
He
Oh,
came
no!
through last night."
Sadly, neither of you two know what happened
Well,
to Orvex.
Yeah, we don't know what happened to him.
We honestly, we woke up about 14 hours ago. We don't really know what the deal with Orvex is. We're very happy to hear that he's alive, though.
Yes. Oh
we are
no.
super psyched.
He's the thing.
He helped us so much coming through this town, and the fact that he still lives gives us hope, and we're very happy that he's alive.
I must say, I had him in shackles when we arrived at the tomb, but the fact that he was able to help destroy the Soulmonger and end this death curse, he seems to have
Whoa,
power along the way.
What? What do you mean?
Well, he told us of his heroics and how he had earned your trust, and it was clear from the armor that he wore and the weapons that he wielded that he had changed significantly over the last week.
It doesn't sound like an Orvex we know.
No, we were there. We saw the Soulmonger die. We saw Asarurak die. Orvex was not part of that.
Commander Breakbones looks very confused. He came through with his shining golden helmet, and I don't know. Perhaps
I think you need to get your men on
His
track.
what?
Yes, he looked taller than I remember him. I don't know what it means, but well, he's headed back to Port Nyanzaru, and that's where you should head as well. We had hired mercenaries to explore this tomb, and it doesn't look like any of them made it out. Our deal with them is intact, and if they don't come to claim it, then the reward is yours.
We're not in this for the reward.
Shh.
Um,
Roland is in fact.
I'm
Been living in a
concerned.
hut in the woods.
We need to send word to Port Nyanzaru right away that whoever you sent back to them for a parade might not be who they say they are.
Yes, well, I think it's possible that Syndra may be alive now. I've received word that they've been trying to resurrect her daily, and now the death curse has been lifted. It's possible that her soul escaped the Soulmonger, and she'll want to hear. And if not, her men and her employ will be of some help.
I would recommend. I would ask the him saying, I'd like to stay here by this obelisk for a day or so to see if anybody else emerges from this obelisk.
Of course, of course. That seems best anyway. Make sure that you each get some rest. I can only imagine the ordeal that you've been through, and it will take some time to prepare the parade as well as the blazing sky.
I ask him to send some men to be in the area.
Yes,
What
of course.
for
And
owner.
he motions for one of his lieutenants to come over and whispers something in his ear, and you can see that there's a large encampment with at least several dozen men nearby.
Right. Yeah, I would want to wait here and see what happens at the party. Hoping they emerge.
Okay, well, if you aren't interested in the treasure, then that's fine. I respect that.
We didn't
What
say.
treasure are you talking about?
He offered big rewards.
The reward, the blazing sky, and the treasure within her belly.
Yes, we are interested, but we do think that it's right to see if anybody else from our team can make it through.
Of course.
Within
of
whose
course.
belly? What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm sorry. The blazing sky, the ship that was commissioned for you as part of the agreement.
What agreement? We honestly came down here on foot, trying to take this.
Of course, I'm so sorry. The mercenaries that went in, that we sent in to destroy the Soulmonger, the deal we made with them was that if they succeeded, we would grant them one of our flagship ships in Port Nyanzaru with its belly full of treasure and a full complement of crew. It waits you
And he'll
at the
never
docks of
see
Port
it.
Nyanzaru.
Jingle!
Tragic.
Who were these mercenaries you spoke to?
Oh, there were 5 of them. They were led by a mercenary named Jeremy. Let's see, they had a mage in their employ. He was a small guy. They had a turtle, a large turtle that seemed to also know magics.
That
Another fighter and a triton, a blue guy.
No,
My boat!
these men did help us. They helped us destroy the Soulmonger. They helped us destroy the Lich. Unfortunately, on our way out, they chose a different path.
You chose poorly.
Led them, we're not sure where, but our path led us here. We'd like to wait around to see what we can do for these men, or to see if we can wait for them.
Of course. Yes. Well, we can try to enter the tomb and explore and see if we can find them or their bodies. We've had trouble gaining access. The previous entrance seems to have sealed itself off several days ago. But perhaps we'll find a way through. And you're welcome to stay here as long as you would.
Yeah, I would ask for some time to stay here, and but tell them to ready the parade and ready the boat. We shall be there when we need to be.
You've done us a great service. If adventuring is something you continue to do, we would be overjoyed to make you knights in the Order of the Gauntlet.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, clearly this is not what we were looking for. We'd be honored to accept such an honor, but
knighthood.
We would really like to find our friends. That's our goal at this point. And the fact they have not come out, or we have not seen any sign of them, is quite troubling. But yes,
of course. Well, I will leave you to it. I'm sure that you are weary, and sounds like you have a lot to think about. where will you go next? And that's where we will end it.
Okay. So, presuming we're probably ending it forever, are we all just dead? Did we all just walk into a death portal?
You don't know.
I don't know. It's
I
unknown.
bet we
Story
ended up in that
continue
terrible
at some
place you
point.
go to when you teleport.
Roland! Who would have thought?
Wow.
Squawk!
Roland Squawk, and of all the fucking people, Recto.
Hey, but none of the. It really didn't matter who the hell had the annihilation weapons at this point.
Turns out, yeah, we killed all of it, so it doesn't fucking matter.
History
Alright.
written by the ones that were also
Rec-
there in this case.
Roland may become the dinosaur he always wanted.
Perhaps.
Hey,
Okay,
so-
look, guys.
So I will
Before
tell you
I-
that what happened to them is multiple choice. There's
okay.
there is no defined result
Whoa.
of going through that door.
Crazy.
Death is one of the multiple choice options.
What does
Oh,
that
man.
mean, multiple choice?
Well, like if depends if there's a
We're-
rejiggering
one
of things.
Yeah.
It's like you remember in Harry Potter where the uncle slipped into the portal and they never really explained what happened to him, and then you thought, oh, maybe he's coming back, but he never did.
The Sirius Black? Yeah, no, he
Yeah,
he
it's
gone. He gone.
What are you talking
So watch out tomorrow for an email. You guys will be receiving it, giving you some very basic tenets about what's coming up. For next week, just some super basic information about sort of the world. I'd ask that you think
Whoa,
about
whoa,
the
whoa,
character
whoa,
that you
whoa,
want to
whoa,
create.
whoa. Hold up.
Is that not okay with you?
We just lost a lot of people here. I feel like we need to, I don't know, pay some kind of tribute to all the folks we might have lost in that orange pathway there.
Ketchum lives. I'm certain. He's out there. He's out there
I mean,
someplace.
3 people came out of that Tomb of Annihilation. How many went in? I mean, we're talking...
I don't know, 12?
Right.
12, 13?
Like,
By the way, I gotta say too, Troy, this has been awesome. So
Yeah,
thanks for
you
putting up with
ran
us
an exceptional
for
game.
2 years.
Yeah, it's been pretty. It's been pretty amazing.
Thank you.
Pretty
Yeah,
long
thank
slog.
you.
I
This
didn't
has
think
been
any
We
of
great.
made
it.
it to the end. We made it to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been great, man.
yeah, I mean, let's close this one out, and then we'll talk about next week. I mean, what's the rush here? I mean...
Okay. Expect my message was expect an email.
I don't know about you,
Slow
but
your
I am
roll.
actively expecting an email.
I'm waiting
Then
for
you
it.
should.
I can't
Then you
roll
should.
anything until I get to see.
Can't possibly mourn the dead until the email comes.
Honestly, all those people rolled
Looks like
into
my
that
email
orange
check.
tube and just fucking died. They just walked into it and
Hey,
melted.
Troy, what did I need to roll the D300? Were you going for a very specific number, or were you going?
No. It was basically like there were most of the books were just historical books, and then
Uh-huh.
there were a relatively large number, like dozens, that were higher value.
Ah,
And so, like, they were things like spell books. Some of them were like scrolls. Nothing would have really changed the outcome.
yeah.
You
Right.
could have taken a much more expensive book into the void.
Yes.
My boat, Jingle's boat, his dream. Now he's going to be in a dinghy in an underground lake.
All right.
So, do you guys remember when the Sohn sister was begging for her life and telling you that she knew a
Yeah.
secret? It was how the paths work.
Hmm.
Oh,
Well, we figured it out by process of elimination.
Yeah, if you take all of them, turns out,
If
you
you
know,
take all
some
of 'em,
people succeed.
One of them is good.
hey,
one
actually,
of them is-
Roland's actually got a token from the. He's the only one who came out with anything from the entire dungeon. It was the music box.
The
That's
music
only-
box.
The music
music
box is
box.
the only thing from the dungeon
Just
that made it out of the
A
dungeon.
memento.
That's
That's what
it.
we had world-ending items akimbo.
Yeah,
and
and then I
it
got
was
the music box.
basically
I got
a
fucking music
memento.
box. I had a joke-telling skull. I mean, I could have made a killing with that.
My God, Gaxif was the
didn't
most
make it up.
powerful wizard the world had ever
In
seen.
the world!
He just walked right into
Watch
that.
me shut
Just
down
walked
the
right
sun.
into it.
Most powerful wizard imaginable. Now dead.
Look at me the way you want me to pay my bill. How about I shut down the sun? How's that sound?
Yeah, right.
That sound good
There
to you?
goes your son.
I'll do
now.
it. I'll do it.
Oh, okay. I'll blow my fucking sun up.
let me introduce you to Dendar the Night Serpent.
Yeah, I mean, my headcanon is there's no way Gax is not like incredibly evil.
Right.
Like stuck down, like if he's alive, stuck down in that dungeon,
He's
a
a new
1,000 years of
campaign
boredom, like
Yes, he's
Yeah.
a new campaign boss.
There are a lot of forces
He's
pulling
the
him
new
that way, for
Asarerak.
sure. Yeah.
like you can't have that much power and be stuck in one location for 10,000 years without turning evil.
My headcanon, the orange thing, ports you off to all different dimensions. Everybody that walked in there went someplace else.
All right.
Some
so,
of them good,
so,
some of them bad, some of them Mad Max, some of them...
so for purposes of ending the stream here, let's thank Troy for a fucking amazing
thank you.
campaign.
This has been
We're
a
incredible
blast. It's been
DMs,
so much
Yeah,
fun.
thanks for coming along for the ride, guys.
We had a blast, and also the ambiguity of the end of it, which leaves anything open for interpretation at this point. It's
very Hollywood.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's very Hollywood. A lot of sequel opportunities out there.
This is a very endgame way to finish this.
Exactly. Who knows where we're gonna go at this point? But the fact that we finished everything, and here we are. We're still 8 minutes short of when we wanted to finish everything. So Troy, thanks for expediting that as well.
Not to mention,
Sure.
Recto and Roland have to deal with the thing posing as Orvex of all people.
Yeah, we still got that in the real world. Like, we're not even done, right? I mean,
Yeah, I'd be like, that's a problem. You should probably look into that. I mean,
And you guys know what it is, right?
It's
Slot.
it's got to be Slot with the helmet. Yeah,
Slot plus the underwater god or whatever that is probably now
The
free
Aboleth.
with its master
Yeah.
dead. Yes. We definitely created a possibly even worse monster during the process of getting down to the first
No,
monster.
not worse.
Two of them. We got
The
Gax
Soulmonger.
and Imp.
No, the Soulmonger was stopping death. Like, it was a curse on death. I mean, that was a big thing we needed to stop. And
Well,
we
the
did
machine was bad, but Slod plus the Aboleth might be worse than the Lich. It's possible. It's possible.
What's a good thing? We
And
got a
actually-
badass monk and a badass druid
Yeah.
and a
Fuck you,
badass
Avengers.
bird
We
of some
put
kind
up 2 sequels.
to come take
We
care
put
of
2
that thing.
sequels up there and be like, fight that. Fight these 2 things.
Right. It's like when there were like the 3 of them went up to face Thanos when the rest of the party was God knows where. It's like, here we are.
You're right.
This is the 3 of us that are left. Let's go do this. So, yeah.
Which one of you will punch him in the face when he's almost disabled?
All right, so I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks again,
Probably
Troy.
Squad.
Thanks, everybody. And, we'll
Thank you.
stop this
Yep.
now.